as we close this, do you think Vinicius can ever be on the same level as Neymar?
No. At this age, Neymar had already won the Confederations Cup.
Has a Ballon d'Or frontrunner ever been this underwhelming for his country? That's the question that I keep asking myself, and I can't come up with an answer. What is going on with Vinicius and Brazil? And I feel like it's not even talked about enough. Like, this guy is not roasted enough. The other day, first of all, during the Euros, Harry Kane ended up top scorer.
Yeah, but it was roasted.
It was roasted. Like, every game, they roasted him. Mbappe, that has won the World Cup, has scored in 2 World Cup finals. Last week, they lost to Italy at home. He even had a good game, playing out of position.
But still, it was a scapegoat.
Like, everywhere was agog. But even Bellingham too got roasted a lot during the Euros.
Yeah.
But Vinicius, every game after game, this is the Ballon d'Or front runner. This is the guy who at club level, everybody's like, top 3 footballer in the
big
world.
names to are backing him all the way.
Yeah.
He's the favorite.
And yet, for his country, he still can't produce. And please don't tell me about South America.
Like I said,
I don't want to hear it.
You know, I'm happy that you are seeing the light now.
Me?
You are joining the light.
No,
On set, I said this like probably a month ago that maybe it was a bit over the top.
Yeah, that was the point.
Maybe it was a bit over the top saying Vinicius is not world class. He is absolutely world class.
Obviously world class.
But my point is that you cannot be considered an all-timer. There is no all-timer you will mention that did not perform at club and country level.
Yeah.
Rodrigo has more goals than him for Brazil.
Yeah.
Who started first?
Even he has played more games.
Vini has played more games. You have just how many goals? 3 or 4 goals?
5.
5 goals. 5 goals in the Brazil.
He had 3 before Copa America.
He scored a brace.
Yeah, against Paraguay.
Against Paraguay. Just 5 goals. I don't want to mention that my guy that plays at Arsenal, but Saka has. You already know how many goals Saka has for England.
The truth is, there's no excuse.
And the thing is, if you want to be that player, there has to be consistency across board. Call any top class winger you know that is not performing for his country.
Do you feel like people are letting him off easy? Because first of all, if you even mention that Vinicius had a bad game for Brazil, Real Madrid fans
they will come for you.
Come and tell you that you're doing agenda or whatever. But really, let's think about it.
I don't think people are letting him off easy. I think it is the fact that we're a bit clouded by the Real Madrid thing. Real Madrid thing. Like, I mean, somebody will think about it. Somebody will think about it like, how would I slander somebody that has won how many Champions Leagues in the past 4 years? How do you want to slander him?
They're slandering someone that has scored 4 goals in the World Cup finals. They're slandering.
No, Messi are those ones they are held by their own standards. Those players are.
Mbappe
is.
This is someone that has 48 goals for his country.
Yeah.
And he's getting roasted. Harry Kane is the all-time top scorer for England. He's getting even Neymar, who always performs for Brazil, gets roasted.
Exactly.
On top of that, he didn't lead them to any trophy or something. But Vinicius does not get that energy. And really, that's my problem with all of this talk. Because surely we are going to hold him to higher standards than we are. Because this is exactly what I think, yeah? If you're not holding a certain player that you consider special or whatever to a certain standard, then it means that perhaps you don't even rate that player as highly. I'll take you back to the time when I used to complain about Lionel Messi for Argentina, right? People were telling me that Lionel Messi, this person that I watch all the time, that I've seen in my life decide over 150 games on his own,
of course,
was powerless in 4 finals.
Yeah.
4 national teams, that is because of Higuain he could not win or something. Like the Lionel Messi couldn't take the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah.
Someone that I've seen do that, and this is like the best goal scorer, in terms of like by game and everything. 91 goals in 1 year, that kind of person.
Yeah.
This is the best goal scorer.
And you're blaming it on Higuain.
You are blaming it on Higuain. You're telling me that he cannot. I just felt like you don't rate this guy enough. He didn't score a goal Copa America 2011. Didn't score in the World Cup 2010. And people were making excuses. But he was getting roasted. Even Argentines were roasting him. Everybody was on his case. Rightly so. And of course, we saw I spurred him on to greatness.
Yeah.
But
You know the funny thing about Vinicius here. Do you know the numbers he had last season that people are saying, oh, world class numbers? Mbappe has done those numbers since he was like 21. Yeah, he did it like since he was a teenager.
Yeah,
he has completed those numbers. 24 goals.
Mbappe did 26 goals.
24 goals and 11 assists, and that's what we are shouting world class. I think is also a standard of how football has fallen to.
Has it? Because
because when if you think about it this way, if not Vini, then who?
Bellingham.
No, like let's talk about wingers now.
Oh, okay.
Output.
I mean, clearly he's the best left winger in the world.
That's a problem. If he is the best, then that's a problem.
That's a problem.
I
think this is the best.
Because if there's someone that has better numbers than him consistently, then people will be able to point to that person and say
this person
is he even doing as good as this person? But there's nobody that we can point to and say this guy is better than Vinicius.
And if you are supposedly a top 3 footballer, you are Ballon d'Or front runner.
That award fell off. No lie.
And you are the best left winger in the world, and you are allowed to go play for Brazil and consistently be worse than Endrick and Rodrigo. Like, I don't get it. This is a superstar. Why is there no energy for this guy?
Like, I'll still say it again. Before you can be a full-time world-class player, you must be consistent for your club
country
and country.
No, that's a requirement.
It's a requirement.
So we know that Vini is
for Real Madrid, but for club, for country.
Yeah. Country.
It's just not that guy. Like, he's just not that guy.
But what do you think is the way forward for him? What needs to change for him to be better for Brazil?
Genuinely,
is it about him? Is it the tactics? Is it?
First of all, I think he's not dealing with pressure well. Many players we see
national team pressure is different.
National team pressure is very different, and the hallmark of a great player is how you handle pressure. You see Ronaldo, Messi, even Mbappe has answered questions of pressure.
Yeah.
When the pressure was on him, he handled it and he dealt with it. But Vinicius, I think that pressure is getting to him. Unfortunately for him, now there's more pressure even at club level.
Yeah.
At club level, he had found that comfort. Now there's pressure because there's now Mbappe. And everybody is thinking about how he has to show that he's still the man, because there is a feeling like, who is the main man? We know the number 3 man is Ballon. But who is number 1 and number 2? In the public eye, we are saying it's Mbappe, but I actually don't think Vinicius sees it that way.
No, definitely not. If not, it's not a superstar now.
Exactly.
As a superstar, you have to also feel like.
But who do you think is actually number 1?
Who will get roasted if Real Madrid should go out to Champions in quarterfinal?
Actually, Mbappe, obviously.
Exactly. For me, that's the simple way to know who is the face of the team. When you crash out unexpectedly or whatever, if you even lose in the final, who will get roasted? It's the main man.
Okay, but just to wrap this up here, after all said and done, do you still think he is the right person to win the Ballon d'Or this year?
This year? I mean, if he wins it, fair enough. It's not a scandal if he wins it. It's not a scandal if he doesn't, because I can see the arguments for Bellingham and whoever. But I mean, obviously, he's the front runner. I can see why he's the front runner. I think he really turned up in the semi-finals of Champions League and all that. But also, it must be noted that he was complete rubbish at Copa America. And if we're looking at all the metrics used, that matters. But more importantly, I want to ask, as we close this, do you think Vinicius can ever be on the same level as Neymar?
No. At this age, Neymar had already won the Confederations Cup while he was top scorer.
With pressure.
There was
pressure that
why there were still big names.
Everybody was calling
why
him
there were still
overrated.
big names in the Brazil squad as well.
Yeah.
Neymar had already answered questions of him at club level. People were waking up at odd hours to watch him at Santos. So Neymar had already answered questions at this age already. So I don't think he can ever do what Neymar did with Brazil. That legacy that Neymar built, I don't think so.
So he will never be greater than Neymar, even if he wins the Ballon d'Or 5 times.
He will probably win this one. But when you're talking of legacy for Brazil, I don't think he will get to what Neymar did.
Well, we are asking questions of Vinicius because that's what we do with superstars. We always ask you questions. We ask questions of you. If you're not delivering and you want that superstar status, then questions will be asked until you do. And I think Vinicius should get the same treatment that all the other superstars get when they let their country down or they don't turn up for their countries, or all of that. But anyway, it remains to be seen what happens with Vinicius for the rest of his Brazil career. Thank you for joining us on this video. Let us know in the comments what you think. Is Vinicius going to ever be as good as Neymar was? Is Vinicius getting a free pass for his poor performances for Brazil, and what needs to happen for him to step up and change that? Thank you very much for joining us. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and let us know what you think.